Hi there, fourth grade ELA class. As promised, I'm going to read out some of your spring poems that you have written. These are the first poems you have written since we started learning a little bit about poetry. And I must say, you are doing an excellent job. So I had to read them to you, at least the ones that I have seen so far. Um, if I don't read yours right now, it's because I haven't seen it uploaded onto your journal page, but hopefully I'll be able to keep reading them out loud to you guys because these are just brilliant. So let's start with who's here first. Let's see, it's loading. First we have Camille's, and it is called Easter Bunny. Easter bunny, soft and white, hopping quickly out of sight, thank you for the eggs you bring at Easter time to welcome spring. Yellow eggs and blue and red, in the grass and flower bed, we will hunt them everywhere. Is it really you who put them there? So good, Camille. I cannot believe the rhyming that you are doing already. I love the beat that kind of goes along with it, right? And you rhyme your words beautifully. Um, and it's all about Easter bunnies and Easter egg hunting, and I love it. Perfect. Beautiful job, Camille. Now we have Bella's, and Bella wrote about hers is titled, Is It Spring Yet? I love spring and all that it brings. Trees are dancing, flowers are blooming, green leaves are waving, bees are buzzing, birds are chirping, cute little bunnies are hopping, boys and girls are playing, all are happy and laughing. Oh, spring is in the air, love is spreading everywhere. What a lovely day to share. Beautiful. Such a joyful poem, and I love that it's joyful because spring is such a joyful time because things are coming to life, which you mentioned flowers are blooming. We have a lot of movement happening in your poem here. We have dancing, waving, buzzing, chirping. Use some great words. Poetry is all about making sure you're picking the right words, and you are doing an excellent job, Bella. And I loved the little rhyming pieces you had in there as well. Next, we have Jonathan's. Jonathan wrote about the sun. It shines so brightly, it's up so high, it's not a thing, more like a king, bring warmth and joy into the spring. Went to the park that I could see the beautiful trees under the sunlight waving at me. Another excellent poem. I'm just overwhelmed by how wonderful these are. So, I really like how you kind of describe the sun as a king, and it's bringing warmth and joy into the spring, right? So it's kind of giving the sun a personality a little bit, right? Went to the park that I could see the beautiful trees under the sunlight waving at me. And again, you're using some personification there, making the trees wave, right? That's something that is like a human thing that you're giving to the trees to make them do. Beautiful job, Jonathan. I love it, and I can't wait to read more of your poetry. And finally, I have Olivia's poem called Green. Greener than grass and greener than green beans, too. Greener than green eggs and ham, maybe even greener than a rotten can of Spam. Even though it is spring, doesn't mean my Luna moth will sing. Greener than slime, greener than my precious lime. The greenest of all is my green dollar that I got from a magical grasshopper. It's just so fun. I mean, I love how you kind of went with the greener than, and then you kind of continued it on. You're using the poetic, what is it called? The poetic device that is called repetition. So you're using that phrase and repeating it throughout the poem, and that is a really powerful way to write poetry. So beautiful job. I see a lot of alliteration in there too, which is when you have words that start with the same letter. So greener than grass and greener than green beans too. Um, and then you have grasshopper in there, greenest, greener. And you have a lot of little rhyming in there, which is super cute, and I love it. So beautiful job, all of you. I cannot wait to read more of your poetry. You are doing a beautiful job. Keep it up for sure. I already just was on there and I saw another poem and some writing about putting yourself into the story of Jesus carrying his cross up to Golgotha to be crucified. And you guys are just doing wonderfully. So keep it up. I'm looking forward to reading more of your writing. And Practice your poetry, you guys. Keep it up. You're doing great. Thank you so much for sharing those with me.